I see this more and more going on with a lot of ladies out here, and what y'all doing with y'all sons. Stop it. This got to stop too. Stop trying to turn your son into the dude you would never date. All right. This is some stuff that I see a lot of. Man, I was watching this video where this lady basically got her son that was like in the fifth grade to go get a bunch of flowers and balloons and stuff together to ask some girl to be his Valentine. I'm like, what did she get for him? What did she do for him? He was like, he got down on one knee and all that. She was like, I'm teaching my son to be a gentleman. I'm like, yeah, that's the dude you would date. Stop it. Stop it. You know good and well nobody dates that dude. And a lot of times you don't give, a lot of women won't give their son the skills to actually get the type of woman, even herself. She won't even say, hey, here's what I would like. Here's what I would act like, not what I wish I liked, but what I actually like in real life. This is what I want from a relationship. This is the type of person that I want to be with. This is the type of dude that I'm attracted to. This is the type of dude that all the people that I know around me are attracted to. So I'm going to help my son understand some of these principles, the things that I'm actually attracted to. Not, hey, here's what I want my son to be, because that will make me feel good about myself and make me feel like I succeeded as a mom. The truth of the matter is, people will say, yeah, man, my son's dad isn't around, but I'm raising a good man. And it's like, yeah, but your son's like 21 years old and he can't even get a girl. So he can't do the most base thing that is success for any creature, any mammal. This dude is unable to survive and procreate. He didn't have the most base skill that matters to every creature, living creature, pretty much on earth. He doesn't have that base skill to be able to survive and procreate. So how is he a success? How do you consider what you're doing with this person a success? You got him, and then you got to remember, you got him getting turned down by girls. You got him getting his heart broken over and over again. Then, ultimately, all he gonna do is become either an introvert or an asshole. He's not gonna listen to you anymore. He's not gonna want your advice anymore when it never works. You over here telling him to do these old elaborate ass prom proposals. I mean, this is how you can tell that you got a bunch of guys who are being raised by mommy and pre-approved males. What do I mean by pre-approved males? If you get a guy that's got any type of game and any type of information that he would actually be able to give you, 9 times out of 10, that dude has been removed from your life. So you don't get any real game. You don't get any real information that will help you understand what actually attracts women. So you will have an opportunity to have these experiences when you're young, and you would be more likely to get into a good relationship when you get older. You would be more likely to pick somebody who's actually good for you, somebody you actually like, somebody you actually can connect with, who wants to be in a relationship with you. What you get more of, and this is what sucks, man, you get so many of these dudes who grow up, and a lot of you guys that are watching this are younger guys, and you're probably going through this yourself, because I talk to and work with a lot of young guys. So I know a lot of you guys are going through this yourself, where basically mommy and daddy broke up for whatever reason. Maybe mommy and daddy were never really together like that in the first place. Maybe daddy just smashed, mommy got pregnant. Daddy didn't want to settle into the relationship that mommy wanted. And in a lot of cases, you might not know it, but mommy booted daddy out of the family. Hey, if you don't want to be with me, you don't even get to be around the kid anymore. Now, I know we only hear the other narrative. That's why I brought up that one. Whoa, my mom got pregnant and my dad just left. If the older you get, the more you realize that doesn't make very much sense. I know it's going to be a lot of people in here telling that story, but people don't generally do that in real relationships. There's usually more to it. That's usually daddy was already about to leave. Now I'm gonna try to get pregnant to keep daddy around, and he ain't staying because he doesn't like me like that. That's usually what happens in that situation. I'm just being real with you. But because nobody tells you that, you probably will fall victim to that 10, 15 years later. Anyway, so mommy and daddy break up. Daddy doesn't want to be with mommy. Sometimes you don't get a chance to have that particular person around. The person who mommy actually slept with. The person who mommy actually let hit raw and had a baby by. The dude she was actually physically attracted to. Now, what you generally are going to get is a pre-approved male. This is often going to be your stepdaddy. This is often going to be somebody who's in the friend zone with mommy, who's taking you to football and basketball practice and all that kind of stuff and trying to give you male advice. Unfortunately, because that person is around, that's generally going to be the person that you look at as that you look at as being like a real father figure type or a mentor. Even though in a lot of cases he's not getting the results or the relationship results that you would want yourself. This person's not getting, you got a dude that's not getting a relationship advice that you would want. You know, he's not giving you the game that you would want and that you would be able to accomplish your real goals. He's not doing any of that for you. But this is the only person you got to listen to. So he's telling you certain stuff because he's a pre-approved male. Mommy's over here telling him, yo, man, tell my son how to be a man. Tell my son how to be like you. Dude that's in the friend zone. Tell my son to be like you. Dude that I only dated after I already had 2 or 3 kids by somebody who I actually wanted to be with. Tell my son how to be a real man. Tell my son how to be a good man. Then you go through life listening to these people, and unfortunately, you get rejected over and over again, dumped, heartbroken over and over again. So you either become introverted because of that, or you become an asshole because of that. Now, if you become introverted because of that, 99 times out of 100, you end up either being a stepdaddy or being a dude caught in the friend zone. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a stepdaddy, but when you don't have your own children and you're taking care of somebody else's children, how is that helping you accomplish the most base instinct that every living creature, just about every living creature on the planet has, to survive and reproduce? You're not even accomplishing the most base thing. So this is where a lot of guys run into a problem, because mommy thinks in a lot of cases like, hey, I'm doing son a favor because I'm putting him in a position to be a good man and not be like the dudes that dumped me and not be like the guys that I really was attracted to who didn't treat me the way that I wanted to be treated. Unfortunately, that often leaves the son to be the type of person that you would never date in a million years. And you're doing him a disservice. But it could also make him worse than anybody you ever dated. It can make him to the point where he's like, you know what? I hate these hoes. All I do is disrespect. I'm out here slapping them. I'm out here just being totally, because I don't listen to anything that I was taught. I don't respect anything I was taught. I feel like everybody my mom ever had around me was a straight up simp, and I'm not going to be like that. So it may backfire. I believe when you get a son, if the dad isn't around, first of all, try to mend things with the father to the best of your ability, because you're not letting him see his kids. You're letting his kids see him. All right. The kid is the one that's benefiting. Society has made people think that by taking somebody's kids away from them, you're just devastating their life and turning them into a deadbeat. That's what you think about the person. That's what your kid thinks about the person. That doesn't mean that they don't have a whole new set of kids who worship the ground they walk on. You know, you don't just get to define somebody for life. Pops, I'm hurt. She done left me, man. What you think I should do? Boy, back in my day, all you had to do was go to her job and you cry and you get down on your knees. You beg and plead for her sympathy. I'm telling you, boy, that's all you gotta do. Pops, you talking about stalking her. That's a crime now. Yo, it's your man, ChazzEllis. And I know y'all tired of getting the same old 1965 game that never works. Well, click the link below and check out 9 ways to get your ex back. This is cold-hearted game where I give you different techniques to turn the tables on your ex and get them chasing you for a change.